So I started off today's stream showing you guys some Team Secret scrims versus Space Station Gaming. Now, here is perhaps something even more interesting. Here's, depending on who you are, I guess. Here's Team Secret's Sad and their coach, BRUNOVISQUI, going up against Rise and ApparentlyJack. Now, how many of you guys in chat remember BRUNOVISQUI? Type 1 in chat if you remember BRUNOVISQUI. The absolute mad lad ones guy who was clipping on everybody in Salt Mine 2. Like, this guy was crazy. He was making some really cool plays. He was in the running to qualify for the main event at some point. But yeah, really, really entertaining player. He's the coach of Team Secret now. And he's actually still extremely good at Rocket League. So this isn't going to be like, Sad desperately trying to carry BRUNOVISQUI kind of deal. Bruno's still, he's still a monster. Let's see how they get on against ApparentlyJack and Rise. Everybody's team queuing here. Team Queso's Rise and Test Jack. Already Jack bumping Rise twice and taking the boost. Trying to carry, it would seem. I wouldn't be surprised to see that from these guys. Oh, look at the little pass. Okay, fair enough. That is dirty. That is pretty dirty from Jack. We need to see this from Rise POV. Fakes the airball shot. Infield pass. And then Rise goes for the delayed shot as well to mind game BRUNOVISQUI. I think that's honestly worth another watch as well. We have to see this from Bruno's POV. He's kind of left alone at the back. Yeah, good luck reading that one. That's tough. That's tough. Defender POV. Impossible mode. It's actually defending on impossible mode there. We're on Jack's POV for this game, by the way, in case it wasn't already obvious. So, Rise, known as the third man for Team K, so they're going to concede here. Let's see just how this went wrong. So Jack, very much out of the game. Rise doesn't realize how out of the game he is. Gets dunked on. It's sad. Pounces on the BRUNOVISQUI challenge. Well, clear ball. Came from a challenge. And ties the game. But like I was saying, Rise, very much the third man of Team Queso, but very active third man. He does a lot from a third man position. He's not a third man who sits back and just lets his teammates rotate in front of him and cut in front of him all game. He likes to look for opportunities to advance, whether it be for a demo, whether it be for a finish on a free uncontested shot, or whether it's to get stuck in with a solo play. Like he's barely, basically what I'm saying is he might just be barely the third man of Team Queso. The Jack and Rise really not synergizing very well here at all. Jack trying to recover here after demoing one. Does get a demo in this, or after missing a bump on Bruno, does get a demo in Sad, but actually bumps Rise and Bruno's going to score. So Jack and Rise not synergizing too well so far in this game, outside of that one pass. Why are you mad that I'm analysing ranked? Ranked is, hey, this is cross-region ranked and you're playing against a coach. You can guarantee that Jack and Rise fancy the chances to win this, and they're going to sweat if it goes badly. They're definitely going to sweat if this starts to go badly, which it already is. Good boost grab there by Jack. BRUNOVISQUI not falling for Rise shenanigans in defense. Jack offloads to the aforementioned, who's pre-jumped Sad's clear and failed to make contact. Rise on the recovery, trying to get a pre-flip knock on there. Yeah, I did see the ding test video where they smacked a block of cheese in a sink. Very clever. It's Queso, of course. Does mean Team Cheese. Check out Bruno, by the way. How on earth is this guy a coach? How is he a coach? He's so good. He's just double tap into clear in defense under pressure. Another little infield pass. This one less fancy to tie the game now for Jack and Rise. Same as Illusion? Yeah, same as Illusion. Illusion way too good to be a coach. Way, way too good, especially with the LAN performance that he put up. Yeah, I already talked about SRG and the Incivic thing earlier on. The short version is I don't know anything about the Incivic situation. All I know is Incivic's a legend. Great shot. Wow. Look at this. Look at BRUNOVISQUI coaching Jack on shot placement. The coach showing him how it's done. So a lot of you guys in this position would see how wide open the top left corner of the goal is and you would shoot there. But actually at the point of impact, if Bruno doesn't completely nail the top left corner shot, full momentum, Jack's going to jump up and save that. So in fact he shoots right over Jack's head. And that is impossible to save because Jack first has to slow down, before jumping, and that just takes too long. The shot's already past him. Yeah, you can watch the start of the stream to hear me talk about those situations in more detail. Obviously, we're all gutted for them. Oh boy, they're getting rinsed. Sad absolutely clipping on Jack now. Look at Bruno, by the way. BRUNOVISQUII, how is this guy coach? 0 boost. Just wave dashes to pop the ball past someone. He's literally on 0 boost here. Little touch, wave dash, pop over Rise to bring his teammate Sad into the game. And then Sad, with the flippy, are able to 1v1 one of the best 1v1 players in the world. Insane play out of BRUNOVISQUII this game. I have to keep saying it. This guy is the coach. He's the coach of Team Secret. He's so good. He is so good. But if you want to watch more of BRUNOVISQUII's play, I've casted some phenomenal 1v1 series that he's played on my channel against some of the best in North America. The way that BRUNOVISQUII used to play ones, I don't know if he still does, it was just such a joy to watch. He was so crazy with his decision making, but it worked. Somehow he'd make it work. So if you like the way that this guy's playing, if you want to see more of him, go check out some of my older videos about him. Because yeah, you're gonna have a good time. No boring series when BRUNOVISQUII's in the field, I'll tell you that much. And Forces 6 to the 27 Mother Prime. Battery Hot at 6 to 22 with tier 1. Welcome back, guys. Yeah, I think this is probably, I think on that flip reset goal, that's probably where Rise and ApparentlyJack realize, hang on a second, we need to sweat here. We're losing to BRUNOVISQUII, the coach of Team Secret. We're actually just losing. Like, there's nothing nothing more to be said about it. We did a little bit of trolling earlier in the game, but these guys have played exceptionally well. They've been scoring some great goals, but beyond that, they're not really giving much space to Jack and Rise to get anything started in offense. That synergy has proven to be valuable. So Jack missing an open net here, but he didn't know it was going to be open when he did jump for that. He was probably expecting a 50-50, and great demo by Bruno. Need to rewind for that beautiful demo. Rise caught completely unawares. He's trying to follow up in case Jack gets a quick center ball off this. Bruno not rotating away from the play, just goes straight back towards the play, helping out his teammate as soon as possible, and demoing the supporting player. There are plenty of times in Rocket League where you don't want to rotate away from the play. A lot of people will mistakenly tell you that every rotation you ever make needs to be away from the ball and needs to be away from the play in order to give your teammate space to make a play on the ball. That is wrong. You need to go towards the ball in many, many situations, otherwise your teammate is just going to get 1v2'd. But look at this again by BRUNOVISQUII. He's taking his time. Demo by Sad, bump by Sad, and Bruno just pops it on target. But he's just such a calm player. So calm, just taking the ball out of defense, faking a touch to make Jack back off. And then, yeah, maybe Jack should have stayed on this a little bit longer. He probably didn't realize Rise was going to get bumped like this, and he didn't realize Sad was going to stick around to take him out of the picture as well. That was all it needed, that little clip. And Jack's out of the game. And they have forfeited, so 5-2. Jack and Rise against Sad and BRUNOVISQUI. Not going well for the English players here. Remember that I'm Scottish, so whenever I'm commentating English players losing, they're English, but when they're winning, they're British. So they're English in this one. Now, we didn't get any more. I was looking to see if we would get a cheeky rematch of that one, because sometimes when you queue up with parties, you do get rematches. I couldn't find a rematch of BRUNOVISQUI and Sad against Jack and Rise, but I did find Jack and Ches against BRUNOVISQUI and Sad. So another Jack versus Bruno and Sad game. This did come after the thrashing that we just witnessed. In fact, let me just check if it was the next game or something. That would be kind of funny, actually, if it was. Okay, so this game was probably around 20 minutes after the ApparentlyJack Rise loss. So what we can gather from that is that ApparentlyJack and Rise were losing so many rank points that they decided to stop playing together. This is just one of the many potential reasons that we can come up with. Rise might have just had to go for scrims or dinner or something, but it's way more fun to say that they were losing so many games together that they had to stop partying, but then Jack solo queues to try and get his points back. So here we have Jack solo queuing to try and get his points back that he lost with Rise. see if it gets on. Bruno just flexed on him. He's not even there for the kickoff. He's literally AFK, as if to tell Jack, it doesn't matter if I'm playing, because you're just going to give us the ball. And that's exactly what happens. Big brain Bruno already getting a winning position for his team early in the game. Well, getting a possession for his team. Jack forcing his way into the play, trying to get that 1v1 started, but does end up getting saved. Bruno POV this game? Yeah, honestly, we probably should go Bruno POV. Bruno POV, Five-man Jack POV. W POV here for Bruno after the big win in the last game. He's AFK again. He's actually just straight up, he's flexing on Jack. Look, on the respawn, he doesn't care. Jack's air dribbling. Doesn't matter, I'm just going to go get the boost. It's not even a big deal. He's actually just AFK. He's just flexing how much time he's got in his day. That's what he's doing in this rank game. Gets an infield pass off of 50-50, immediately goes for the bump, not interested in the boost seal. Obviously the bump is a lot more deadly than the boost seal there. You can find Jan playing, Kyle playing against Yannicard also. I tried to find as many interesting cross-regional scrims and rank games for you guys. That's what the topic of tonight's stream is going to be. Great positioning by Bruno there. You'll notice that he accelerates right as Jack accelerates. So as soon as Jack flicks, very instructive thing here from Bruno. He doesn't immediately jump. A lot of players would mistakenly jump straight away here before they built up enough momentum to catch up to the ball. Bruno boosts on the ground and then he continues boosting on the takeoff to accelerate and keep up with this. Keep it under control. So he has lost his boost though. Down to 10, down to 0. But Jack and Ches, failing to synergize in the back corner, have lost again, and a lovely recovery by Bruno will lead him into a boost steal from Jack. That's really hampered what Jack can do in this position. Good read by Jack there though. He's able to anticipate Bruno's high hit onto the sidewall. Sad going for a tight angle double here. He's not far off that one. Bruno just going to try and keep it alive above the goal and then focus on the recovery. So notice what Bruno does here. He realizes that by the time he's jumped for this, that is going to be too high. Like if he jumps immediately for this, if he jumps very quickly, he'll be able to, or if he jumped more vertically, he might be able to just shoot this before Ches can recover. But he realizes with the flight path that he has, he's not going to be able to direct this and target, so he actually leans away from the ball instead of hitting it hard into the crossbar. Just chips it into the crossbar, quickly recovers and makes a play on it again. And this is very ball chasey, what we're seeing from Bruno. You know, a lot of players, a lot of people who are teaching you how to play Rocket League, a lot of Rocket League coaches, a lot of streamers will tell you at this point that since you've already made a play on the ball, it's your job to leave the ball, let your teammate come in. They're wrong. The correct play is ball chasing. Your teammate's got the midfield covered. He would much rather that you ball chase, pressure the ball, force something to happen that he can then play off, rather than just drive away and do absolutely nothing. So this is great ball chasing by Bruno, and even now, really, I think good to turn, force the play. This is where it all goes wrong though. So like this here might not be the smartest turn away, because he'd kind of get right here, get stuck facing the play. So I like this turn as well. But right here, he probably needs to get higher up on the wall here to dodge Sad, or just like turn infield, understanding that the ball is about to make a roll up the wall, because that, yeah, does get him in trouble. He runs into his teammate and then has to just bail to the back corner. Yeah, I got a lot of cross-region ones on the YouTube channel at the moment. 4 in a row, I believe, with KSA versus EU, then 3 EU versus NA. Oh, nicely done. Well, how has Bruno managed to do this? He doesn't fall for the Chaz play. Dinks it middle after demoing Jack. And Sad patiently waits for the ball to drop in front of the net and puts it in the top corner. 1-0 to the Brazilians. Ball chasing effectively will get you out of champ for all those people that said they're hard stuck. It's a very important thing to do, especially if you're playing with a pre-made teammate. You have to ball chase one after another. Look at this, Sad just 1v1ing Jack after. So Ches kind of gives the ball away here and gets outplayed by the pre-flip of Sad. Jack backed up by the fake and then didn't go far back enough to keep up with Sad. We have to see Jack's POV on this. It'll really explain why he gets outplayed. But yeah, Ches gets outplayed, doesn't have a follow-up play on the ball, so Jack is completely stranded here. Not the best play by Ches to take himself out of the game like that. And Sad faking one touch, has Jack a little bit close, and it looks like Jack just didn't read that Sad was about to go for a big air dribble. Huge play by Sad. Very, very clean. I hope Jack doesn't play like this in the major. Wouldn't worry about it too much. I mean, he's just playing some ranked games here, trying to grind some mechanics. And yeah, you can see at the start of the game, Jack and Rise were playing together. They were kind of messing around. I think they underestimated Bruno and Sad. And only once they realized that they were a threat, started to up their level, and it was far too late. Bruno and Sad were able to match them even when Jack and Rise upped their level. Don't forget, the South American players, they're used to playing with like crazy ping on the USE server. Crazy ping, like absolutely ridiculously high ping. So now they get to go play these matchups with 20 ping. Yeah, they're gonna have a good time. Like, ranked for South American players must be phenomenal. Not having to play with 140, 150 ping, and instead just getting to play with normal ping against people you can beat with 140. Chaz loses control. Loses control. Bruno with another very smart move. So goes for the reset here, but after that landing on the ball there, he decides, well, you know what? I don't think I'm able to score this, so I might as well just fake the flip reset shot, go for a wave dash to catch the ball, and maybe we can score that way. Jack blocks it, but still it shows Bruno's thinking on the fly. He's not just committed to a flip reset shot because he went for a flip reset. Far too many players, you know, they'll go for a flip reset, and for the moment they've decided to go for one, they're fully committed. They are going for a shot after landing the flip reset, no matter what happens with the landing. But sometimes you've got to bail, especially in these big mechanical plays. You've got to bail sometimes. You've got to know when it's time to call it quits on a mechanical play. Love that from Bruno as well. This is going to look mad from Ches POV because Bruno's just up in the air. Suddenly it just, yeah, that ball's flying at you. Like, very, very difficult to read this because Bruno makes it look like a mind game, and then suddenly it's accelerated massively. Ches not able to predict it. But Jack collects it, and now he's in a 1v2, gets it past 1, not able to get it past 2, but I think Bruno might have messed it up there. Luckily for him, Sad recovers and denies Ches an open net. Big dunk by ApparentlyJack, just deciding now's the time to go for the ball. He's sat back enough, got to throw in a challenge every now and then. But Ches really not following up effectively. Another shot off target. That's neither a pass to Jack or a threat. Ending up in the Brazilian player's net. Bruno picking up small pads, realizes Sad's been outplayed, so he makes a dive-in challenge on the ball. That does force Jack to pop it past him. Gave Sad half a chance to clear it, but that was still a tough position for the Brazilian duo. That's much better though, so they've managed to break out of defense. Bruno illustrating something, a topic that we discussed earlier on, and that is not just going for the goal because you're making a solo play. A lot of players in this kind of position, they'll just shoot on target because they're in a solo play position. They think, well, I might as well shoot. No, don't shoot. Don't give the ball to the goalkeeper. Go round the goalkeeper. Because even if you don't score, you still have, you know, a chance to make a play afterwards. And the play that was made here wasn't the best one. Neither was that, so it looks like Sad might have just got out of the way of Bruno. Oh yeah, that's not a good idea at all. So Sad here, he knows where Bruno is. He sees the defender missing. You've got to get out of the way there, Sad. Come on, you got to move. You got to step aside for Bruno to come in and take the shot. And then Bruno on the recovery ends up missing as well. Sad also driving past the ball. What is going on here? Oh, he thought that somebody would flip into it. So the reason Sad drives into this, no flip, is because he's expecting Jack right here. He's expecting Jack to jump and block a shot. So he drives past it to go for a demo on Jack. But Jack actually doesn't jump. Jack actually, massive brain, just no fear, no jump, or just had no idea what was going on and did nothing. Yeah, he just bumped his teammate and did nothing, and he's like, oh, I got lucky. So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you make a massive brain play while misplaying. Oh dear. Well, Jack not able to do anything against BRUNOVISQUI's solo defense here. Jack with a pretty weak takeoff, tried to turn it into a mind game. Tackled by Bruno and Ches as well. Not in a good position. Yeah, he just flips forward at the worst possible time. That shows you why you don't always want to go for the big boost pad. We'll rewind a little bit more and see what happened here, but yeah, the big boost is gone. Look right here, you can see the big boost pad been taken at 32 seconds. So that big boost pad was just taken. Ches should know that. He saw BRUNOVISQUI take it, but he goes for the big boost pad anyway. Just the autopilot kicking in. That's not what you want. You don't want your autopilot taking you to big boost pads, because if instead of going for this big boost pad, Ches just went for the small ones, he'd be fine. He'd arrive in the midfield with a couple of small pads to defend against this attack from BRUNOVISQUII. Instead, he's gone for a boost that isn't there, and he's autopiloted down the line for a boost that is there, and he just gets scored on. So yeah, that will in fact lead to a forfeit. I'm very, very impressed with BRUNOVISQUII, and sad in these games, but definitely some misplays there from the orange team at the end as well from Ches, just autopiloting towards a big boost pad instead of making do with the small ones, as you very often should when you're playing Rocket League. Great stuff by Team Secret. They look pretty good in the scrims we saw. They look very good in these ranked games. The mechanics are looking great. These guys, this is their coach, for goodness sake. Like, Sam got the mechanics. They got the mechanics, they got the confidence. All they need is to not underestimate their opponents. If their opponents turn out to be OCE, and if their opponents are one of the other regions, they just have to communicate in defense and try not to just all go out the game for no reason, because they do tend to panic a bit in defense. Am I in the States? No, I'm in Scotland. Waiting on a visa. Yeah, I hope that these games, if you've been here from the start, hopefully that'll tell you a little bit more, or get you interested in watching the Team Secret boys. I know everybody's massive on Furia now. Furia are a super exciting team, which is, I love that. I'm a big fan of Furia as well. But we've got to show some love to Team Secret as well. They're really, really, they're great.